Hey guys, Nick Tian here, and welcome back to.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Oh, there you go. Welcome back to what remains of Edith Finch. Let's play episode 3. How you guys doing? Trying out something new with the audio today. Hopefully, it sounds much better than what I've been doing previously, which is nothing much. Okay, can I actually go down? Oh, you gotta press the trigger to go down. And also, yeah, the video editing is also separate now. Basically, I just
Maybe she was afraid I'd end
split
up
everything up instead of having everything being done in OBS.
But
Which,
if she never told me about an uncle under the house,
but
I can
hopefully,
only imagine
yeah,
what else she was hiding.
hopefully it sounds much better. Oh
I
boy,
don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
that's a lot of peach cans, butter, peanut butter. What's that? Jiggle Farms. That's all the peach cans and stuff. Ooh, okay, this place gotta stink.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Was he really burying though? Was Walter like? Wasn't he
Now
just
there's a
afraid
man
of going
that's
out?
left. Or maybe two. I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
Yeah, I'm really
And then
worried
that would
for
happen to
Edith
everyone
now
else.
because of what's happening to everyone. Yeah.
But
So
now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
maybe
We
something
believed so much in
supernatural
the
is
family
happening.
curse. We made it real.
Yeah, possibly. That's what happens sometimes. You would call it self-fulfilling prophecy.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Yeah, I saw the statue previously. Oh, that's a head.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Self-automated lights. That's cool.
But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Totem poles. What is that over there? That's the house, right?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Who is she writing to? Or is she reading
I
something
think
else?
people in these stories believed them. For what that's worth.
That's a lawn chair.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Back to the house. From the back this time.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Can I pick up the lantern? I don't
What
think
kind of
so.
family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
That is kind of true though. Guess
It's
for
embarrassing
them
for me to admit
it's
this, but the pet cemetery may be more uncomfortable than the human one.
Ugh.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Also the names are like Zerpy, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, Derpy Jr. Oliver, Shadow. Oh, that's the cat's name, Shadow. Shatsi. There's a frog as well. Bailey.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Okay. Molly Finch, with the cat. Well, 10 years old. That's pretty young. Calvin Finch, the one on the swing, right? 11 years old. Swen, that's about 50, almost 50 years old. Edie, wow, almost 100. Live long. Walter, about 50 as well. Walter is the one in the train, right? Walter and Calvin are twins, I think that's right. And then Barbara is the actress-y one.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Oh, because he's sank with the house? Is that what Odin did?
She could see it poking out of the water.
Oh,
at
that's
low
the
tide.
house. I don't know. Are you supposed to zoom in? Oh, okay.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Is there anything else in the water? Like, I see something on the right side there, but I'm not sure if I can actually interact with that. Oh, so I'm staying here for a while because apparently there's a trophy related to staying with a telescope or peephole for a while until Edith says something. So I'm just gonna wait for the trophy to pop before we move on. But yeah, thinking about it a little bit, family curses and stuff. Sometimes I think some families do have it. Some families, perhaps for me as a Chinese family, sometimes it's not like it's a father's, the sins of the fathers and things like that. We don't think about it in that terms, I think. We think about it in terms of like, like a generational thing, like you always have a different name, a generational name for your siblings and stuff like that to convey blessings and meaning and all that. So for me, I don't think I'm an expert in family history and stuff like that or anything at all. So yeah, it's just thinking about these kind of things, and I think family is something that's been coming up a lot lately, especially with my partner and for myself as well. As our parents get older and we start to think about going back to our respective hometowns. Let's try that again, see if it works. Maybe your peephole will be better. But yeah, it's like just thinking about some of those stuff as well. That
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
But yeah,
The
it's
older
just
I get,
these kind of
the more
things
I can
that
see where my mom was coming from.
I guess you get closer as you get older. And when you're young,
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do
Sam,
better.
Gregory, and Gus. But when you get older, like, you try to be more family oriented because you start to worry about them not being around anymore. That is born and not death, right? Oh, Milton is just gone, actually. Sanjay Kumar, huh?
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Oh, that's Edie, I think. Not the mom.
There's so many things
guess the
I wish I
mom
could
is
ask
like,
my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
I think the mom is like
For
a
me to come back
separate
someday.
person.
Find everything out for myself.
Separate person as in not related to this Finch family. Is married into the family.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, she's pregnant now. Okay. Actually, I don't know if she's a teenager or an adult, to be perfectly honest. There's a something here, ladder here. Okay.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Bird nest in the milk carton.
They were both pretty intense.
Wow. Hunting gear.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
U.S. Marine.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Sure. Sam Finch.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
Odin Finch National
I'm gonna
Park.
take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw.
Where is she? I used to have an old
You're right,
camera
Dad. It's starting to clear up.
like this.
Still freezing, though.
I used to have an old camera like this where you actually had to focus it, and every shot was like having to adjust the focus. But that was pretty annoying
Not
actually.
have drunk all that coffee.
And I would, yeah, even though it's using film, I would literally take pictures like these as well.
Nothing quite like being outside. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great
Hunting
trip.
season.
Your grandpa's Fen taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
I kind of like this more than the.
We found an old logging trail.
Well,
It would
I
deer
say that,
everywhere.
but something might happen later on, right?
I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? eyes, Don.
Okay, I guess that's what I was supposed to take a picture of.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Don!
Hmm.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
I'm not sure if like hunting is something.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Really, dude?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera.
Oh,
Try not to
wow.
think about-
Dad!
Oh no.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
I don't know what to say, honestly, at this point.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Because he was a Marine and a photographer. But yeah, I think I appreciate what the game is doing. I really do. Like, you know, showcasing these kind of situations. And I know most of them are either like, well, I wouldn't say comedic, but what would you call it? Like supernatural-ish kind of situations that happen to these guys. But also, I think when I'm playing this right now, I'm actually pretty life situation right now has changed in such a way because of a close brush with death. Not mine, but someone close to me. And yeah, you just, with all these situations, with all this death, you start to be a bit sad. You start to be a bit, you know, I guess you will call it like it's hitting a little bit too close to home, for lack of a better word. Divorce contract.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
So a couple of these situations, while death, sometimes we feel like it's in every single like game, like killing stuff and stuff like that, but it doesn't make it any easier, I guess, for to deal with these kind of situations. Oh, that's cute. And of course, you know, having a kid, especially now, if it's a kid, I think it's a bit more. There's a trophy related to this. Gregory, there you go. trying to get back to the game part, but yeah, hits a little bit too close to home, I guess. maybe that's why I'm feeling this way right now. That while talking of death, sure, but maybe I shouldn't be playing this game so soon. Is the water getting higher? Okay, so dawn is okay. Still can't get up there. Oop. Bubble bath? What's gonna happen? Yeah, I'm not 100% comfortable with what's going on here.
Love, Sam.
That's gonna give me nightmares. Alright, I think that's a good place to stop. It's I know it's presented lightheartedly, but I think with what's going on currently, it's just a little bit heavy for me. So I'm gonna stop here, and then I think if you like what you see, honestly, I would say that I appreciate games going out of their way to highlight emotions or situations that normally when you play games you'll be thinking about just shooting stuff, and that's okay. But of course, I think it's also like I want to play, actually, now that I think about it. Why don't we just talk about it for a little bit, instead of ending it right here like this. My dragon cancer. I think that was the game. That dragon cancer. Yeah, I think this one this one I think is a bit more fantastical. I think both of them tackle similar themes in a way, mostly about death. But I think for that one, I think it's such a difficult topic to breach, especially a child who has cancer, and talking about a parent who has to go through it. And right now, the situation that I'm facing is kind of similar to that. Maybe not my child, but a parent instead. And I feel, yeah, I think it's always good to have something to an outlet. I feel whether it's something creative or seeing something that's similar for you to actually feel those emotions and have that catharsis come out, and you realize that this is the emotion that you're feeling. I think that's always a good thing versus just holding it in and never dealing with it. And I think games are unique in a way that books and movies and TV cannot replicate, which is because you're in control. You're in control of the situation. You're in control of what's going on. And yeah, I think more games should do that, instead of relying on just it being fun, or it doing something power fantasies and stuff like that. I think more games should tackle these situations, so that more people can actually relate and feel through it and work through their emotions. But yeah, I think that's something for another time. Maybe someone out there who played this game and said, yeah, you know what, I want to write about the death of my family. I want to write about the death of a loved one, and to be able to do so in game, and to have somebody relate to that and be able to play that as well. I think, yeah, that's a much more powerful thing than sometimes seeing it on screen, because you are actually working through your emotions. You are actually having to face it instead of just seeing it. You are an active participant as well. But it has to be done tastefully, of course. And I think Edith Finch, tries to do it fantastically, like having these situations, these otherworldly situations and all that. And I think that Dragon Cancer does it as well. So it is not like 100% like gut punch, but it is still like, man, yeah, this is the feeling that I'm going through now, and all that. So yeah, I think yeah, I'm not saying that I don't want to play this game, but I think I also have to acknowledge that I am feeling a little bit, some of this stuff is hitting a little bit too close to home. And yeah, and I will acknowledge that and say, yeah, if a game makes me feel something like that, I think I should applaud them for bringing up such emotions, even though it's something that I didn't expect. But still, I think it's better to go through it than to never acknowledge it at all. So that's pretty much it for today's episode. Down a bit of a downer ending, but that's what games are. I think that's what I feel games should be, and I'm happy to have gone through this ride. And if you've, yeah, I think that's all I should say. So with that, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next episode. Bye bye.